This is the Raw Life Health Show. Raw Life. Brighten up.
Hello everybody, it's Paul Neese with the Raw Life Health Show. More and more people I meet are contacting me that are getting sick. And these aren't average people that are eating the standard American diet. These are people that are supposedly into a healthy lifestyle. And I sincerely believe some of them are doing their best to eat healthy. And they're still getting sick. Something is wrong. And I'm not talking about just illnesses. They're getting cancer. I've had several people either die or contact me in the last couple of months who have been health teachers and health authors and teaching good stuff, living good stuff, and they ended up with cancer. Some of them didn't even survive. And I want to pray and hope that cancer just doesn't happen to anyone at any time, regardless of what they're doing. I do not believe that. I want to believe that is not true. But why are so many people into health getting sick? Why are they getting cancer? Now, one of the positive ways to look at this is, well, if they weren't eating healthy or living healthy, they would have got cancer much longer. So the healthy lifestyle prolonged their cancer from coming upon them, or their illness from coming upon them. Okay, there's a positive way to look at it. You can say that. But still, if what they were doing was preventing the cancer for so long, why all of a sudden did they get cancer? You know, and I know there's no panaceas out there, but maybe there is. I mean, living healthy either works or it doesn't. It doesn't just work for a certain amount of time. That goes against the whole idea of health. So you're eating healthy, it's preventing disease, then it doesn't cause disease later on. If it's working, it's working. If it's not, it's not. There shouldn't necessarily be a middle ground. So what's the common denominator? Why are these people getting the same illnesses and sicknesses as people eating the standard American diet? Well, I can know there's more to diet, more to it than diet, but still, most people living a healthy, eating a healthy diet are somewhat living a healthy lifestyle. They're exercising, they're sleeping okay, they're drinking enough water and doing things, and they even care about their environment. So they're monitoring their environment to make sure they're not in a toxic environment. I mean, most people that are eating extreme, like me, aren't just going to put himself in an unhealthy environment, whether it's environmental or other toxic environment, without really taking the precautions to avoid that environment. So why are these people getting sick? And scarier than anything else is, am I going to get sick? Or is somebody else going to get sick? Now, what you do when you're sick is a whole nother story. How you respond to it, how you act to it, whole different story. But why are people getting sick? Why do people get cancer? And, you know, a long time ago, a Nobel Peace Prize winner, Dr. Otto Warburg, said cancer can not thrive in an oxidated environment. It can only thrive in an environment or a body where there's very low oxygen or very little oxygen. Clean blood is good oxygen. Keeping the blood clean is essential. But I know people that believe that, and they eat a healthy diet that promotes oxygen. They do wheatgrass, they eat greens, and they still get cancer. Is it a combination of different things? Got the sun in my eyes here. Is it a combination of different things? Is it one thing or two things? Or I want to say I have the answer, but let's talk like this, like I'm hiding something. I got a secret to tell you. The password is organic. No, I'm just kidding. But what is it, folks? What is it? And my video, or this video today, isn't the answer to say what it is. I don't believe anyone has the answer for everyone in terms of everyone knows. I mean, if you know the answer to prevent and cause cancer, you're either keeping it to yourself or you're getting murdered. One thing or the other. And everybody that doesn't have cancer in this world, whether they're eating McDonald's or they're eating an organic diet, seems to have the answer. It's working, whatever they're doing. And everyone that seems to have gotten cancer, personally, seems to don't have the answer or have not having the answer. I mean, the facts are the facts, and there are the facts. You want to imitate people that you would switch places with, or you want to follow people that you would imitate, people you would switch places with. So, whether on any level, whether it's a status level or whether it's a health level, whatever, if you see somebody that's giving you advice and they don't look like somebody or act like somebody you'd be willing to switch places with, don't listen to their advice, right? Well, why would you take advice from somebody who's sick? Why would you take advice? Now, somebody who was sick and cured themselves, that's a whole different story. Yeah, I want to take advice from that person, especially if I'm already sick. Okay, let me get the sun out this way. Does that help? Okay, here we go. So, hello. But why would we want to take advice from people that what they're doing is not working for them? And so we want to seek out healthy people. And health can't be defined by just how a person looks. Let me say that, because there are people that look healthy and they're sick, or they're just not healthy. You know, I used to confuse fitness and health, thinking they were the same thing, but they're not. Being fit doesn't necessarily mean you're healthy. But fitness is part of being healthy, but just because you're fit doesn't mean you're healthy. But so looking good, isn't the final line. But the one thing that speaks, I gotta say it, is how is a person doing? I know people that aren't living a healthy lifestyle that appear to be doing okay. But I know a couple of people that are thriving into their old age, doing amazing. And I know everyone says, well, they know somebody who's like 80 years old, who's doing great, eating the standard American diet and things like that. But in all honesty, just because they're able to walk and talk and they don't have a disease, I wouldn't consider great. I wouldn't consider thriving. Just because everyone else has a disease at 80, and it's because somebody doesn't, I wouldn't consider that a success. I'd consider somebody a success if not only do they not have a disease at 80 years old, but they're literally thriving. They have energy, they're happy, they feel great, and just no diseases, and they're not on any medication either, because I know a lot of people that say, oh, I'm 80 years old, I don't have any diseases, but then you go to the medicine cabinet, you open it up, they got all these medications. No medication, no disease, but thriving. They have energy. They got energy. They feel amazing. And I know everyone that's eating the standard American diet, the old people that make it with no disease, they're still not doing that great. They're not thriving. They're surviving. People that are thriving is who we want to follow. My mentor, the person I follow with health, is Dr. Fred Bisic. And on the Raw Life Health Show, I've been reviewing his book, Your Healthy Journey, for the last month or so. And I hope this video is not as annoying to everyone as it is to me right now with the sun. And my beard's in center field, and my face is on home plate, and the stadium is half full, right? Half shaded. But Dr. Bisic's 89 years old. He's been eating a healthy diet for many, many years. This man isn't surviving, folks. He's thriving. And he's been through it. I mean, there's a lot of reasons he should not be alive, let alone thriving, but it just speaks about what he's doing with his diet and his lifestyle. And if you want that wisdom, join the Real Life Health Show, and you can see the review of that book or get that book. I'll put the link below the video. I know other people I've interviewed eating a raw food diet and a vegan diet for many, many years. I've interviewed many people in my books that have been eating a raw vegan diet for many, many years. A lot of them aren't alive today. They're not alive. And they didn't live a long time. I do have a friend, Victoras Kovinskis, who I went out to dinner with the other night. He's, I believe, 80 years old. He wrote a book called Survival in the 21st Century. He's doing good. He's doing well. He's surviving. And then, there's thriving, there's surviving, and there's like nothing. You're just not doing well at all. We don't know until we're that age, right? If what we're doing is working for us. We have a lot of diagnostic tools today to determine what's going on with our health that I'm all for. I think doctors give great diagnostic tools, but the way we treat something and what we do with something, we'll talk about in our next video of how we treat it. But we want to get some good advice now. We don't want to wait till we're older to find out that we should have took advice years ago. So please check out Dr. Fred Bisic's book and Dr. Fred Bisic's videos on his website or his YouTube page and his website. I'll put the links below the video. And it's sad that the technology we have today with the internet and everything else, a lot of people that have survived a long time, the older people, they just don't have the the knowledge about the internet and marketing over the internet, so not as many people know about them. And there are people around, maybe you go to the Caribbean or you go to some islands around the world, they might be over 100 years old and thriving, but they don't know how to use an internet, so they can't share this message. And then you get some people that are eating a healthy diet for 2 years, and they're acting like they've been doing this for 80 years and saying stuff, and people are listening to them because they just know the marketing tricks and how to market stuff and everything else. So we have to use discernment when we go through these different things and figure these things out. And hopefully we make the right choice and we listen to the right people. I know there was a fellow years ago that used to tell people, if you have cancer, you need to eat animals, raw. You need to raw animals and raw animal products. Well, the guy died. And now death is in itself isn't the final say, because I know that people that are successful, they say to me, look, if I died tomorrow, everyone will say his diet wasn't good, or his diet didn't work. Well, it depends what the person died from. If somebody's claiming a diet and then they die of a heart attack or diabetes, which is 100% diet related, yeah, it was a diet. But if somebody's eating a great diet but they fall and hit their head, well, their diet had nothing to do with them falling, unless, of course, they passed out from not getting the right nutrients. But we have to look at the big picture and everything here, and just prepare ourselves and study and read and research and get wisdom and do it, and don't stop. I mean, the good thing about the internet and everything else is there's a lot of information out there today. So there's no excuses not to have this information. When I was growing up, okay, our parents might not have had this information, on all the access to this information, unless they went to the library and researched books for hours and hours. But now it's at our fingertips. So if you have an illness you're suffering from, go on the internet, find people that have overcome it, preferably naturally. But even if they didn't naturally, at least they overcome it. So imitate or find the people that you would switch places with, and then follow that person's advice. Don't follow the advice of someone who you wouldn't be willing to switch places with, or at least have their particular thing you're following for, whether it's their health, their money, or their joy, or whatever it is. You don't want to listen to a depressed person. You don't want to take advice from a sick person, and you don't want to listen to people that just are not where you want to be. So follow people that have been successful, that have paved the path, and it's one of the beginning things to success. Now, if you've had a disease out there, or overcoming it, we'll talk about tomorrow what to do, or in the next video what to do when you get an illness. So go to rawlifehealthshow.com and check out the website. You can check it out for 3 days for $1 and see the member site, all the videos I post in there, and Dr. Fred Bicic's book. I'll put all those links below the video. And whatever you decide to do, just remember this: if you keep doing the same thing and expecting a different result, that is the definition of insanity. If you want to change the result, you got to change what you're doing. And health usually doesn't begin when you add to your diet or your lifestyle. It begins what you eliminate. So eliminate what caused the problem, and the problem will begin to go away. And then you can look for the solution. All right, everybody, put your comments and questions below the video. Thanks for watching. Have a great day and a great raw life.
This is the Raw Life Health Show. Raw Life, brighten up your life.